we changed the fact that blacks and whites can't go to school together, that they can go to school together and they can be educated together. And there's nothing going on between little white boys and little black girls and little white girls and little black boys other than learning. And that was a difficult thing for a lot of parents who saw that their kids were going to be mixed in with school, thinking that we were dumber than they were. So getting back to Brown versus Board of Education, they changed that in 1954, but a lot of schools wouldn't allow their kids to integrate. And so down in Farmville, the kids were out of school for 5 years. It's called a blackout. It's a blackout because that means they couldn't go to school. They couldn't go to college because they couldn't get an education. They couldn't get a diploma to be able to go to school. So a blackout is when you can't go to school, and a lot of kids didn't graduate. A lot of them moved out of town because they were threatened. That was started out by Barbara Johns. Barbara Johns was a 16-year-old who walked out of school because one of her friends had died in a school bus that the white schools had given to the black school because they were giving us secondhand everything, secondhand books, secondhand equipment, secondhand buses. And there was a bus accident, so she walked out of school. And that led to the Brown versus Board of Education, which is part of the Arkansas case that came out of Arkansas. They're being selective. Ivy League schools are being very selective. So the affirmative action came from them wanting to pass a law so that black people can be able to be selected to go to these schools. Most of them can't go to these schools because they have to allow other races to go too, like Spanish, Asian. Besides